Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Lynn Wilson, and we're going to chat tonight. So get your coffee, get your hot apple cider, whatever tickles your fancy, maybe a nice cup of tea. Grab a notebook and a pen. You might want to take some notes. Maybe I'll give you a few ideas to get you through the next season of change. So I am in a season of change, and I'm going to explain some of that to you. So right now, we are in September. And I want to make some changes. I want to do something different. I want to taste things differently. I want to see things differently. I want to hear things differently. I want to feel things differently. I'm in a grieving process, and I have recently learned in the last year or two that you can grieve things other than death. I learned this from my oldest son, who does counseling as a pastor, and he goes for some life coach counseling, and that's one of the things they shared with him. And I never understood that, never thought of that, I guess, that you can grieve a loss of a place, a loss of a person, whether they've died or moved on, or, you can grieve the loss of, and you can fill in the blank. Well, that's where I'm at. I got my notebook here, I got my pen here, I've made some notes, and I am grieving, and let me explain what I'm grieving. A couple of things. I figured out this September, school for our area starts tomorrow. The buses will be rolling down the highway by us, and the kids will be getting, their backpacks put together, and first day of school for the kindergartners, last day of school for the seniors, and all the rest of the kids will be complaining that they got to go back. We did send our kids to public school for a couple of years, and then from 4th grade on, we homeschooled. But I've been homeschooling on and off for about 25 to 28 years. Give and take, a little regular school with homeschooling, but let's say about 25 years. I've been a homeschool mom, and I don't homeschool anymore. As of June, my homeschool teaching days are over to my own kids. What I am doing now is, which I had started over the last 2 years, but I will now be probably more so, is homeschool teaching at a homeschool co-op, which will be great. I was asked to come on board once again, and I've been asked several times, and it's just not worked with my work schedule. But I will be doing that, which is a great thing. I'm married for 36 years. Now, I'm not grieving my marriage, but what I am transitioning, and it's kind of like this, I don't know if it falls under grief or what, but it's change. It's major change. We got married. We were married for 2 years before we had our first son, and then we've been parents for those years. And I figured out 34 years I have been a mom, hands-on, with 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids. My kids' friends, we're mom. We were parents to many. We were the kind of house that the kids came out and let's go to the Wilsons. And it was a revolving door. There were always kids in our house. There was always young people. There was always life and youth. And after 34 years, that's pretty much come to a halt. I'm not needed in that area anymore. What am I changing in that area? I'm having a grandson in January. I cannot wait. I know I can't steal him away and bring him to our home, but I can love this kid. I can invest in him. I can pray for him. I could teach him things that only me, Lynn Wilson, that are unique and special to me, I can invest in my grandson. So someday he'll look back and say, I'm so glad Nana taught me how to do that. My marriage, we're married 36 years, and in that 36 years, 34 of those 36 years, we invested in our kids. And I know I've heard it, people fall apart, their marriage falls apart because all it was about their children, and we did. We invested in our kids, and we did everything as a family. Our kids are still here. We're still going to do family things and all that. We're doing a family barbecue tomorrow. We'll do all those things. But it's gotten to the point now where the kids are no longer needing mom and dad, and mom and dad now need to regroup, reconnect, and restore our marriage to what it is now. Now, if you don't know, I am married to the best man ever created, so you might not know that, but he is wonderful. I love him, and he is unique because he has epilepsy, and he seizes some days all day. So that's another story for another time. but it leaves life in a bit of a challenge when you're trying to move on in marriage. So we're going to be working on that to see what best fits Lynn and Graham currently, where we are at, our age, our likes, our dislikes. We're reestablishing. So what are we doing to change that? We're dating. We're going on dates, whether it's a date at home, because my husband can't always go out with his seizures, but we can date at home. We could put a movie on, we can make dinner, do candlelight, we love to play certain games, and we're not really game people, but there's certain things we like to do. We love to do puzzles. There are things that we love to do that we haven't done in years because we've had the kids. So now we can resurrect some of those things. Okay, get the idea? So we are now in the burr season. And you know, I've said this a number of times. I love the burr season. September, October, November, and December. Okay. They each bring a unique. You've got your apples, you've got your pumpkins, you've got your turkeys, and you've got your trees. That's how everybody kind of visualizes each month. If you're decorating as a teacher, that would be your bulletin boards. They all bring something unique and fun, and to me, from Labor Day until New Year's Eve, it's the holiday season. I don't just mean Christmas. There's a festivity to be had in all 4 of those months. And I was watching a YouTuber, and it was one of those days I was just really down a few days ago, 4 or 5 days ago, and I was just kind of struggling with what do I do in life? And I turned her on. I was looking for fall decorating ideas, and one thing led to another, to another, to another, and I found her channel. And it's a kind of a quirky channel, I would say. It's not your typical, in someone's home. It's not real life like what you see is real life here. But it was quirky enough and entertaining enough, and it gave me some incentive and motivation to think through the month of September. So we are doing a restart and a reset in the month of September. Let me tell you what I'm doing. Okay. I'm making changes in September, and I want to tell you what changes I'm going to make, in addition to the few I mentioned. So for home, I've broken it down this way. In my home, I'm going to be making 3 changes. I want better menu planning. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean writing out breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and Monday what I'm going to have, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I want to plan a better menu that I could say for breakfast this week, I can make a batch of eggs in the fridge, a batch of grits, a batch of breakfast meats, have some breads or rolls or muffins or things planned out that here's breakfast that we can all have, and plan on that. And then we just know that that's what is on the menu. Okay, the second thing I want to do is less cleaning. Now, I joke because I always say the house is always clean, but it's not always straightened up. There's always messes here and there, but the coffee pot is always on. So if you're my friend, you've heard me say that before. Listen, I live life. I'm going to be real with you. I live life. There's dirty dishes in my sink right now. There's laundry to be done. And there's a pile on my coffee table right in front of me here. And we are having our windows installed. So they have left bits, and they've done a great job, I must say, like cleaning up. But no matter what, there's bits and pieces of things around. And we've had to rearrange furniture and all that good stuff. But I work full time. I work 40 to 50 hours a week, and we live life. So that just means things don't get cleaned as if I were a stay-at-home person or worked from home where I could invest more time in the home. But what do I mean by less cleaning? I want to come up with better cleaning routines that I clean these maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the rest of the week. It's a quick swish in the toilet, and it's a little light this and a little light that. So I'm not spending so much time doing that. I'll add more to that as we move further into this idea. The third thing I want to do at home is just better routines. Better routines of menu planning, better routines of cleaning, better routines of scheduling what we want to schedule and do and all that good stuff. The next thing is things for Lynn, just for me. I told my husband, you can eat food and chew it and digest it, or you can taste the food and chew it and digest it. And that's about where I am in life. One of the things I want to talk about later on is I am a super busy person. I have people say to me all the time, how do you do what you do? If you watch me on Facebook, I don't post nearly as much, but we are out all the time. We're involved in church, in family, in friends, in work, in clubs, in hobbies, in things we love doing and tasting and seeing, smelling and hearing and trying. We love all of that. And I am super busy, but there are things that we've cut out to be less busy. And I was talking to a friend the other day, and I said to him, we were talking families, and I said, how do you slow down? What do you cut out? We have nothing left to cut out. For the most part, what we do each week that keeps us busy is what I need to do each week. But I can do this. I can taste the food that I'm chewing instead of gulping it down. So I said to my husband, even if I have to go and take my mom shopping, and it's another thing on the schedule, well, driving from my house to her house, I can enjoy the blue skies. I can put some praise and worship music on, and I can enjoy the moment of the music. I can have a chat with my husband or my son in the car on the way, and we can enjoy that moment. So even in the busyness of life that I can't change, what I can change is the moments and the perspective and how I get through those moments and of time. The other thing I want to do for me are better health options, whether it would be vitamins, whether it would be exercise, foods, mental health, all the rest. I've got some ideas of what I want to do and start pursuing, so that's on my list. The third thing for Lynn is making more time for me. I love to craft, and I haven't been able to craft probably in the last 10 years the way I would like to. I want to try some new crafts. I need to crochet. I made all of our Christmas stockings for the entire family. 36 years later, my husband and I have our original Christmas stockings I made the first year we got married. And I have a grandson on the way, and he will need a Christmas stocking. So I want to work on making a stocking for him. All these things. But I want to take more time for me, maybe reading, whatever that means, that would make my heart happy. I want to do that. Life in general. Okay, what am I doing here? Number one, taking time to plan better. I think if I could plan out my life a little bit better and stop for a moment, maybe on a Sunday night or a Monday night or whatever the case might be, and look ahead for the next week to 10 days and plan out better my activities, what meals I can do, where I need to shop, add in a haircut, or, I need to go take someone, or I need to return, or I need to, whatever the case might be. Better planning. And number two, I want to create better and stronger relationships. That's another thing I want to do. My life in general, things, better relationship with my husband. I talked about that. Better relationship with my kids, spending more one-on-one time with them, making sure I'm texting them every day, I love you, I'm proud of you. And not just that I'm proud of you, why am I proud of you? And tell them I really admire this in you. I want to build up their the strength in them of just feeling better about themselves. While I can do this, while I can invest back in my kids' lives, now that they're adults, I want to do that. I don't want my kids to have a bad day, but if they do have a bad day, I want them to know mom's on their team, and mom is proud of me because mom loves me because. I want to have a better relationship with the Lord, my personal walk with the Lord. I know some of you are not Christians. I am. And I just feel like it's okay, but I could do better. That's all I'm going to say. And relationships with friends. I've reestablished some friendships with old friends that we haven't connected for a while. I've created some new friendships with people that I really didn't think I would be hanging out with, and I'm hanging out with them. I have to fill you in, going back to taking care of me. I'm taking cooking classes. I've signed up for classes. I've signed up for a businesswoman's empowerment event once a month. I went 2 weeks ago. Amazed, absolutely amazed. There's another one I want to sign up for. So I'm bringing some of those people that I've been building friendships with along with me, and it's amazing. So how and what will I do to accomplish all this? Okay, number one is planner organization. I'm a planner girl. I've talked about it. With that being said, planner organization helps me. I need to write. I need pen and paper. My brain is on the computer 8 to 12 hours a day with work and other things that I do. I have forgotten how to write my name. Yet, how many of you, if you were to write a thank you note, like I've had to do, and I have to think about how to form letters because all I do is type and text. So I need to get back to, and when I write, and I know it's a proven fact, mentally my brain kicks in gear better. So I'm going to use my planner for better organization with scheduling, writing out my menu, writing out my ideas of what I need to get done, want to get done, projects, whether they're fun projects or, necessary projects in the house. The other thing is I'm setting relationship dates with my husband. We're going to go on a date. With my kids, I want to set up a date with my daughter-in-law and say, hey, let's go shopping where she likes to go. Not what I would like to do, but where I know they would like to go. Set up with my oldest son. We can go to Starbucks. We can go sit in the lounge of Starbucks and have a sugar-free vanilla latte together and just shoot the breeze about what's life, like right now. How can I be praying for him? All that good stuff. And with my youngest son, go grab a burger with him and just talk. It doesn't take much to talk. We don't even have to buy food. We could just go for a drive by the ocean, by the beach, sit on a bench somewhere, whatever the case might be, but building and setting dates for better relationships. And the last thing I'm going to do, and if you're interested in this, I can share it with you and show you. I've decided to do, and I love junk journaling, and I've talked about that. This is a little bit of a planner and a junk journal all rolled up into one. I'm going to call it a seasonal journal. I'm going to break it down by month. I'm going to decorate it per month with whatever tickles my fancy in terms of what September resembles to me. What does it look like? It's going to be my creativity in that. And in that journal, I can be creative, I can be positive, and I'm going to be motivational. I'm going to list a page of all about me and the things I want to do. And then I'm going to record how I've made those changes and maybe things I need to improve on. And if it's menu planning, I'm just going to write a page out. I'm going to get a composition notebook, $1 at the Dollar Tree, actually $1 at Family Dollar, $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. But I'm going to write out a family list of, the dates. And did I set up a date? Did I fall short on that? What do I need to do? Not in a negative did I fall short, but in more of a motivational. I fell short this month, so next month I need to pick up the ball and run with it. And then October, I'm going to decorate a section for October. And I'm going to record, I'm going to have just different pages in there of things that I want to improve on in my life or meditate on or I don't know. This is being a created journal by each month. I'm going to do a November with Thanksgiving and things I'm thankful for, my Thanksgiving menu in that. Anything I want to do, maybe day trips that we want to do that represent that holiday season time, such as we go apple picking in September. I want to go apple and pumpkin picking. We take a hayride into the fields. We've gone to the same place probably for the last 10 years. We love it. Things like that. I don't know. Are you guys making changes? Here's the thing. So I think it's on You Got Mail. It says you feel like when the fall comes, you want to sharpen pencils. I don't know what it is about September. That's like my new year. I kind of make my New Year's resolutions, if you want to call it. I don't like calling them that, but for the sake of, in September. It's a fresh start. I finish my budget for the year in September, and I start my new budget for the next year in September. School starts in September. I want to pull out the fall clothing. I'm wearing my summer colors. I want to get the fall colors. I want to switch out my wardrobe. I have all these things I love to do in September. To me, it's just a fresh new start. Some people do that in the spring. Some people feel that way in the summer. To me, September just brings the changes and September for me is my month of hope. I don't know what it is, but I feel like in September in New Jersey, the crickets are chirping at night and the evenings are cooler and the mornings are cooler and the days are still 90 degrees. To me, it's like the perfect balance. But the smells in the air start to change and the leaves are changing just a tad. But those changes, there's something about that excites me and it gives me hope and it gives me a passion to want to do better, be better, all this good stuff. I hope today, this afternoon, this morning, whenever you're listening to this, gives you the hope that you need to say, I can do this. I can be more creative. I can be more motivational. I can encourage myself. Listen, some of you don't have anyone in your life to encourage you. I want you to know you've got a friend here in New Jersey, and her name is Lynn Wilson, and she is encouraging you this very day to start fresh in the month of September and make changes in your life that you need to make. If it's in your home, maybe build a stockpile, maybe use up your stockpile. Maybe you're overloaded. Maybe just change up. You know, you've let yourself go and you're looking a little frumpy. Maybe go get a haircut. Maybe try some new makeup. Maybe get a couple of new outfits at the thrift store. You know, maybe spend some time on yourself, where maybe paint your nails and go for a walk and do the things that make you happy. So I hope this video in particular just, you know, helps you float your boat a little bit better and just gives you more pep in your step to know that you can do it. We can make some changes together, and it's all good. So if you ever needed a little shot in the arm, I hope this was it. And I could use a shot in the arm, so give me a thumbs up if you've liked this video. I'd love to have you as a subscriber and be part of the community with At Home with Lynn Wilson. And leave a comment below, and we'll catch you all on the next video.